universe is all around you. But its greater dimensions are within you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jedi Summer Camp. And today I get the opportunity to actually go through a Jedi guide to finding your purpose. So you are going to need a pen and a piece of paper. So make sure you go and grab that real quick. I'll wait a second. Do 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 do. Okay, that's it. So who am I, you might ask? My name's Jeff Purdue Atkins, or JP Atkins, here at the Temple. I am a Temple of the Jedi Order seminarian. That doesn't work. So I'm a productivity coach. I'm nomadic. I'm actually at my cousin Madeline's at the moment, which is awesome. She's so graciously allowed me to come to her place because my internet where I was staying is not good at all. I have two puppies. They're amazing. You can see them in the picture. I work with artists and authors and coaches and Fortune 500 companies to create systems and processes so that they could stop being so work obsessed and start being life focused. I'm also a host of the Creative Nomad podcast and the producer of the Intuitive Entrepreneur Show. So you can check those out. And look, today, one of the things that is so important is that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, from Mark Anthony. And it's not necessarily even about work for this one. And I want to talk to you a little bit about finding your purpose. And here at the Temple, I know that we go through all kinds of wonderful things on how to live as a Jedi, right? And our purpose is to live as a Jedi. And in the fictional world of Jediism, their purpose was to keep the balance of the Force, right? Although being peaceful and being in war, Alan Watts says doesn't work. But who am I to question these things? It'd be really boring if the Jedi were actually how the Jedi are supposed to live, right? So, but if you find your purpose, it'll help you wake up every morning. It will help you keep going on the bad days, and it really does allow you to be fulfilled. So the consequences of not living your purpose, though, is really a breakdown. Okay, so I was working for a financial services company. And I was actually pretty good at it. And I really do think that financial literacy is important in life. And it's part of the book that I'm writing. It's everything. But it was a very high pressured, high sales experience. And with that and everything else going on in my life, right down to my dog died, and finally I just had a total nervous breakdown. It was not pretty. It took me about 3 months to recover from it. And I realized that I wasn't living in my purpose. And once I realized that, it really came together and I made changes. So that way I actually tripled my income in 3 months. Everything just got better all the way around. So for this exercise, I want to take a couple minutes and let's get some centered. Okay, so I want you to take a nice deep breath and be here with me. And I am outside, so there's gonna might be dog noises, as if on cue. We're gonna breathe. And I found that if you breathe in through your nose, now from your mouth, it can really help you. Stay focused on your breath. And I would like you to take a moment to find your awareness of where the earth is supporting you. Maybe your feet maybe your seat, maybe both. And just know that you're supported through this exercise. You might want to tap your heart a couple times, get that nice and open. You might see the bright green orb, your chakra, nice and open. And from the centered space, we're going to start the exercise. And with that, the first thing we want to do is we want to think about the happiest memory from your childhood. What I want you to do is I want you to write down all the emotions that you remember feeling in that moment. So I remember this moment with my brother. And don't force this. It might not be the happiest moment. It's not necessarily the Disney trip. It's not necessarily, so that just the first happy memory that comes to mind. And mine is with my brother. And my little brother and I, he was always an athlete. Like they call him Jocko, because he was just that athletic from a kid. He picked up a ball and, from baby. And one day for about 3 weeks, I was kind of his personal trainer, which thinking of me being a personal trainer is hilarious. I am not the most athletic, but I knew that you can use your body weight and it would work. And this is back, I'm like 10, maybe 8, and we were on the swings. And we were working his shoulders and his biceps and triceps. And and we were just using his body weight to do that. It was so amazing. And I apologize for the puppies. They're going a little crazy today. And in that moment, I was feeling useful and needed and freedom. The swings always bring freedom for me. And connection to my brother. So write down anything that you could think of. What are you feeling in that moment? There's no right or wrong. You don't have to come up with a new one. It doesn't have to be special. It could be just a moment that comes up. A happy memory from the childhood. And next, I want you to find the happiest moment from your teens. You know, it could be anything, right? Just what comes to mind for you? For me, I march Winter Guard, and we're gonna write down all those feelings that you can think of in that moment. And I marched Winter Guard, and it was so amazing. We were doing the show, and I had to toss I think it was a flag. It was a flag, and I did a spin underneath this flag. I had to do a 360, but I tossed it so hard and so high. It was like doing like a quad, which is almost impossible on a flag. It's super hard. And it was so high up there, and I'm just thinking to myself, "Oh my god, can it get down?" And I caught it, and it was so amazing in this moment, and it was kinda like this little feature, and everyone else was doing something different, and it was really this cool moment, and I felt so much excitement, and so much freedom, and so much accomplishment, and elation, and adoration, and the applause was so crazy, and all these feelings, right? And free, open, connected. So what's your happiest memory from your teens? What emotions were you feeling there? And next, I want you to think of your happiest moment from adulthood. Kind of write down all the emotions that you remember feeling in that moment. And actually, this is my happiest moment right here. I was in New Orleans, and it I worked really hard to get nomadic, and it's been about a 5 year process. And New Orleans was one of the reasons why I went there, why I went nomadic. It's because I've wanted to go to New Orleans since I was 12, ever since I've read Interview with a Vampire. So I would realize that I had never gone, and I'm way older than 12 now. I've had many opportunities that I could have just said, okay, I'm going to New Orleans, but I didn't. So when I went to New Orleans, it was so amazing, and I'm having beignets from Cafe Du Monde right here. And in this moment, I just had the feeling of freedom and accomplishment and connection with all. Really felt that was a powerful leader, file for creator. It was such an amazing time. So once we have all three memories, we're going to look and see what three emotions do these memories have in common. Okay, so for me, it's freedom and connection and joy. So, how about you? What three emotions do these memories have in common? And so, your purpose is to live in those three emotions and help others do the same. So, for me, my purpose is live in connection and freedom and joy and help others do the same. So before you go, but I am this, you are not your job. Okay. You have so many other ways that you can help people other than at your work, what you do. Luckily, I get to actually do that for a living, being a coach, but that's not necessarily what you need to do as a living. It could be that you're raising your kids or just living your life. You know, it donate your time to a charity, have friends, your community. The possibilities are endless. It could be just how you approach life. It could be how you open the door for somebody. Could be the joke that you tell. There's so many ways to live in your purpose that has nothing to do with what you do for a living. So I'd love to know what you came up with. Please message me here at the temple. I'm JP Atkins again. You can always find me on Facebook, Jeff Purdue Atkins. And I would really like to hear what you got from this exercise. And remember that you are loved. I will see you all around the temple, and I will see you soon.